Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Pamela, and you are watching Pam Entertainment TV, where we review movies, television series, and incidents in pop culture. Listen, we're not going to stay long on this. I do want to report after I have covered the Kendrick Lamar and Drake uh, rap battle. There was some news that came on today. Today was some disturbing news. Um, and I wanted to get into it. But before I do, please like, comment, and subscribe. And please share this video if you care. Once you subscribe, you'll be open to a plethora of movies, television series that I have reviewed in my pop culture chats. So let me share my screen. All right. No, let me not share that one. Let's sorry. I wanted to get the news report that we can read. Here we go. All right. So, as you see on the screen that I'm sharing my screen with you all, it says here, this is from, I guess, CBC. This is Toronto News in Toronto. It says security guard outside Drake's Toronto mega mansion was shot, and it's too early to speculate. Now, when I first heard this news, I've heard a lot of people online want to connect it to the rap battle, rap beef that Kendrick Lamar and Drake were having, and I do not think, this is just me being personal, I do not think that it had anything to do with that particular beef. Um, it doesn't make any sense. Why would someone from Los Angeles fly up to Toronto to do a drive-by shooting? So let's read this article and see what's going on. Let's see. It doesn't say who wrote the article, but it is from Toronto. Okay. And it was last updated 3 hours ago. Okay. A security guard was shot and seriously injured outside Canadian rap star Drake's mega mansion in Toronto early Tuesday, police say. Uh, the entrance to the sprawling property on Park Lane Circle in the ritzy Bridle Path neighborhood was taped off by officers, and there was a heavy police presence in the area throughout the morning. The shooting happened shortly after 2 a.m. Eastern time. So this was real early in the morning. It wasn't like right at the crack of dawn. This was in the middle of the night in the morning. Toronto Police Inspector Paul Cross Krauschex told media at the scene. And I don't want to butcher this man's name, but this man right here couldn't say whether Drake, whose real name is Aubrey Graham, was home at the time. But he said police are in contact with the rapper's team and they're cooperating with investigations. Information is very limited at the time. Now, this is the home of Drake, and we saw that when Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar put a Google search of his home on his as the cover art for that song. A police source previously told CBC News initial reports suggested that it was a drive-by shooting. The security guard suffered a gunshot wound to the upper chest and was unconscious when officers arrived, the source says. He was taken to hospital where he underwent surgery, according to the source. That's serious. That's a serious injury, and we want to send our prayers out to this man. Police could not confirm if the shooting was a drive-by, but did say a vehicle was involved. Interesting. He could not provide a description of the vehicle nor suspects, but said investigators have recovered security camera footage that captured the incidents. Police will gather more surveillance video throughout the day, he added. Police said it's too early in the investigation to speculate on the motive for the shooting, but as we get information, we will share it with you. Uh, Neighbor Richie Lau said he was about to fall asleep early Tuesday morning when he heard 3 or 4 gunshots. The shots followed by the sound of a car driving by quickly. He said he thought he was dreaming. I didn't know if I heard what I heard. And then maybe 5 or 10 minutes later, I hear ambulance sirens. So it talks about Drake and him being embroiled in a number of high profile feuds with other rappers and musical artists. The most notable is the ongoing disputes with California rapper Kendrick Lamar, which hit a fever pitch this week as both released multiple tracks that leveled unsubstantiated allegations and insults at each other. All right. I also want to share just a brief news clip, and we're not going to play it all. We're just going to play some of it and see where their heads are. Hold on.
The shooting at Drake's mansion occurred early this morning. The security guard who was hit was outside, according to police.
But it's not clear if Drake was home at the time or what led to the shooting. CTV's Rahim Ladani is standing by live at the scene in the Bridle Path this afternoon, where there was just a brief news.
So there just been speculations of whether or not he was home. No one knows if he was home. Nobody knows if is this security guard someone who regularly roams the area for Drake, or was he part of Drake's security team at the time? So no, everything is under speculation.
News conference with police. What's the latest, Rahim?
Michelle and Nathan, good afternoon. Yes, police did just provide a very recent update. There are still many questions, as you would imagine, with this being a very early on in the investigation. There's still a very large police and media presence here. You'd expect that with the amount of public interest in this case. The shooting.
So I just wanted to get that. And I do want to just kind of fast forward it just a little bit. I think right here, because there's going to be some more information that I want you all to listen to. So hold on.
You can see police tape strung across the courtyard of this multi-million-dollar mansion in Toronto's Bridle Path neighborhood, the home belonging to Canadian rapper Drake, now a crime scene in a police investigation.
I cannot confirm if Drake was home at the time the incident occurred, but I can tell you that we are in contact with his team and they are cooperating.
Officers were called for reports of a shooting just after 2 Tuesday morning in the area of Park Lane Circle and Post Road.
If you ever had the opportunity to drive past Drake's residence, you'll notice that there are gates and there are walls and there is sort of strategically placed trees, etc., to provide security. And there are also uniformed security guards at the residence.
A man who was...
Okay, so that was the information that I wanted you all to know. All the other information is the same that I reported in the... from the article, was the fact that there were armed security guards roaming the perimeter. So it's unclear. Again, it is unclear about what's going on. I did hear a lot of people trying to speculate that it had something to do with the recent rap beef, but we also do not want to discount the fact that the information that I found out earlier today is that the OVO group, which is the production company and the studio that Drake owns with his friend, is in some kind of beef with another Canadian production company, studio company called XO. And apparently that is the company that houses The Weeknd. Apparently The Weeknd and the Drake have been beefing, particularly from what I understand, and again, this is alleged because I don't have all of the information, but from what I understand, that Drake wanted The Weeknd to sign to his label, and The Weeknd refused. He signed with another label. Those two labels have been going back and forth. Coincidentally, a week ago yesterday, the home of the XO CEO in Los Angeles, his security guard was shot. And they said it looks like what they consider to be a robbery. But it's interesting, 8 days later, that the same thing has happened in Canada under these two particular labels that have been rivaling for a while now, because we do understand that Drake did mention this crew in his I think it's in his Family Matters beef that he just did. He did mention The Weeknd and some other people that he was mentioning that he was beefing with. So I don't know. We won't speculate. Was somebody trying to rob Drake? I don't know. We don't know anything at this point, so we won't speculate, but I did want to just kind of follow up with this information. And this is all I have. So y'all please like, comment, and subscribe. If you've got any information to share, put it down in the comments. Again, we do this every week. Please tell a friend, tell a kin, tell your coworker, tell that helper that you can't stand that I'm over here making these videos, child. And as always, people, bye-bye.